You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey.
One shot, that one scores! What a shot from Wood! It scores and then scores! Cody Clark ties the game with 22.7 to go! He tries to work his way towards it. It finds his shot, scores! Across and his shot, scores! And that one goes wide. James out front, scores!
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center. Saturday night hockey and the final regular season game of the 2019-2020 regular season goes tonight from Strathroy as the St. Thomas Stars are in town to take on the Strathroy Rockets for the final time in this season, as the Stars have been eliminated from playoff contention, and the Rockets are looking to try and clinch sixth place in the West tonight as they face off against the Stars. Good evening, I'm Noah Smith. Matt Hisocx off to my left here, high above center ice in the West Middlesex Memorial Center, ready to call this action. Matt, we got two teams, one who's going to miss the playoffs this year, and another team who's been struggling of late with the playoffs just around the corner.
Yeah, and if this is a time to struggle, though, because you don't want to struggle in the playoffs. In the last 10 games, they're 1-8-1, with the tie coming on Monday against these same St. Thomas Stars. And the biggest thing that you got to look at with this team in the last 10 is they've allowed 40 goals in those 10 games, but only scored 24. So that's a big difference. It's not like it's even close games right now when you look at that point.
Rockets clearly on a downhill here in the final games of the regular season. You mentioned just one win and a tie in their last 10 games and one win in the month of February. It's not been a good month for Strathroy. There's been a couple of close games where they were tied late, and then the dagger came in the final 2 minutes or so, really breaking the hearts of the Rockets. And they know that, but they're trying to hold on right now and try to get into that number 6 spot and face off against the St. Mary's Lincolns, who by far would be a better series for Strathroy than if they were to drop right now and have to face Leamington in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and this all can happen. Either you take care of business here tonight and get the 2 points against these St. Thomas Stars, or you hope that Kamoka can lose both of their games without picking up a single point. They're a good team. They've been able to pick up a lot of points in overtime into extra time games. So a point by them would mean that they would drop into the 7th spot. So you got to take care of business here tonight. And talking with General Manager Ken earlier, that's what he says. We take care of business tonight. We don't have to worry about what happens the next 2 nights with Kamoka.
Exactly. The Rockets know that they're holding their own destiny in their hands right now. A win or frankly a point here tonight will be quite enough to get them into that 6th spot and face off against the Lincolns or any number of points lost by the Kamoka Kings as well. They have 2 games left in the regular season, tonight against Leamington and then tomorrow afternoon against the LaSalle Vipers. They need to win both those games and get 4 points to have a chance at passing the Rockets, and they need the Rockets to lose in regulation tonight. So it's certainly going to be tough for the Kings to try and sweep up into that 6th spot, but not impossible, and the Rockets know that. They need to try to start playing better hockey, and they did so a little bit last night on the road in St. Mary's. It wasn't necessarily that the Rockets played bad and lost that game. The Lincolns were just a better team from the puck drop, and they showed it there in front of over 1,000 fans on their final home game of the regular season.
Yeah, and that's been a good series all throughout this year. It's been back and forth. The Rockets were able to take a few games there in St. Mary's, but the one game that matters is the final game in that building, because that's the game you're going to remember going into the playoffs. And you know these Rockets are going to want to beat these Stars tonight so that they don't remember that game heading into St. Mary's possibly next week.
The 6th and final meeting of the season for the Stars and the Rockets. The Rockets have had the St. Thomas Stars number so far this year, winning 4 of those games and then tying the most recent one on Monday for the matinee Family Day game against the Stars. 3-3 was the score of that game. But for the Rockets, they've had the Stars number so far this year, and Brendan Mares has been a big reason for that in the 5 games against St. Thomas. He has 4 goals and 2 assists, and then Sanders as well, another guy that's been huge. He has 9 points, 2 goals and 7 assists for Strathroy.
Yeah, but you got to look at the Stars, and they counter with Ben Diamond, the former Strathroy Rocket, and he's had a good season for both teams, as he is the leading point getter on the St. Thomas Stars after a big trade deadline for them. Diamond has 28 points this season between the two teams, and he'll want to beat his former team tonight and make it harder for them going into playoffs.
It was quite the family day for Ben Diamond as well. He scored 2 goals for the Stars on Monday against his brother Josh in goal, helping them tie that game 3-3. But yeah, in 2 games since going over in the trade against Strathroy this year, his former team, Ben Diamond, has 3 goals, the most of any of the St. Thomas Stars, because like you mentioned, Tricklow and Robinson both getting traded over out of St. Thomas as well. The starting goaltender tonight, Matt Hisocx, he'll be making his 5th start against Strathroy this season. Has not got any luck in the win column, although he's held the Rockets to a goals against average of 3.62. Just hasn't got any help on offense.
Yeah, and you know what? Hisocx is a really good goalie. He was able to beat the Sarnia Sting in his 2nd game in the OHL, and that was a really good game for him. He actually held Sarnia Legionnaires Nolan DeGers to 0 points. That's a tough thing to do, even in this league, and to do it in the OHL, that's even harder. So he picked up his first win. He's a really good goalie. He won the Sutherland Cup there last year with Waterloo, so it'll be tough to beat him again here tonight in the Wellness Center.
Well, the Strathroy Rockets will counter with Zion Micelli. He'll get his 5th start as well against the St. Thomas Stars in this season. He's had a lot more success, though. He's 4-0 with a 2.49 goals against average, really handling the Stars well in his 4 starts so far this season with that 4-0 record.
Yeah, and Micelli, he's a really good goalie. When you look at the two of them, even Diamond and Micelli. But when you tie a team, you want to give them a different look with a different goalie. So why not counter with your 1B here tonight in Micelli, and hopefully he can pull off a victory and add that to his record and go undefeated against these Stars.
Micelli just has 2 starts in the Rockets' last 10 games. Josh Diamond has really been carrying the workload, but it will be Micelli here on the back half of a back-to-back games for Strathroy, playing last night on the road in St. Mary's. Micelli will get the start in goal for Strathroy. A few scratches for the Rockets in the lineup tonight. Adrian Franklin out, and then Wes Poirier not in the lineup tonight with an injury, and also out of the lineup Jonathan Kilby. He has a 2-game suspension as part of his incident last night in St. Mary's.
So he'll miss the first game of the playoffs. And that is a tough loss. As we were talking earlier off air, he's been a big component to this team, not only in the corners, but he's able to get that puck out of those corners and to the guys that can put it in the back of the net, along with himself putting a few in the back of the net.
A few scratches as well on the St. Thomas side of things, as Casey Boudreau will be out of the lineup tonight, as well as Ethan McKinnon scratched for St. Thomas. A few call-ups for the Stars tonight. Number 4 on the lineup, Kane Johnson, will be back in the Stars lineup. We saw him Monday on Family Day in St. Thomas. Brett Hibbert as well will be wearing number 14 for St. Thomas in this game. And then Caleb Van de Ven will also be in the lineup for the Stars, wearing number 7. He'll actually be on the starting lineup as well for this St. Thomas team.
Yeah, and Ethan McKinnon, that's an interesting scratch, as he's been big for their defense. He's got 17 points this season at 6 foot. So that's a big defenseman who can put up points on the board for his team.
Both teams will have one player tonight that will be playing in their 50th game of the season, playing all games in the regular season. For the Strathroy Rockets, Brendan Mears will be dressing tonight and looking to, stay hot. In Brendan Mears' last 10 games, he has 7 goals and 4 assists. Has really been carrying this Rockets team through this troubling stretch.
Yeah, and Mears, we mentioned it last time you and I did the Sarnia game. He's just been unbelievable. He's been able to put points up that shouldn't be going in. He put one up out of midair last game that you and I were able to do. So he is a very talented player, and I think he's going to be a key opponent going into these playoffs for these Rockets.
Another guy that has been good for the Rockets down the stretch, Riley Wood. In his last 8 games, he has 2 goals and 7 assists, really setting up Brendan Mears well through those 10 games. Ben Diamond, we talked about him a little bit earlier on in the pregame show. Last 10 games for the Stars, he has 4 goals and 5 assists, and Colby Poulin in the last 10 games as well, 6 goals and 2 assists. So 2 Stars to watch in the game tonight for St. Thomas.
Yeah, and they're going to have Colton Wyack. He's going to be playing in his 50th game tonight for the St. Thomas Stars. So that's a big accomplishment. It may not seem big on the stats or for anybody that isn't playing the games, But 50 games, that's a big toll on your body when you're 16, 17, 18 years old. Yes, everyone says, oh, you can play those games, you're young. But when you're playing in this physical league, it's tough on your body.
Two guys, as you mentioned, playing in their 50th game, one aside. The Rockets will be honoring two of their players, recognizing the efforts of Cody Clerk and Daniel Aspro, the only two graduating players from the Rockets. We saw last night in St. Mary's that the Lincolns had 6 members of their team that will be graduating and moving on to play hockey elsewhere or pursue their education. For the Rockets, just 2 this year, as they have one of the younger lineups around the league. We looked at the Stars last night while we were in St. Mary's as well. They have no graduating players this year, so clearly trying to set up the rebuild there in St. Thomas, and you can see it where they are in the standings.
Oh, yeah, and, everyone says young kids, it's harder to play in this league. You don't have the knowledge, you don't have the skill, you don't have the past experience from it as well. But, these kids are going to get a lot of playing time. You look at some of their kids, they're going to be playing top-line minutes that most guys most guys wouldn't see in their first, second year of playing. So now they're playing in those big minutes and getting those big opportunities. And, yes, they're not taking advantage of it this year, but next year they're going to be 1 year older, one more year of skill, 1 year more of growth in their body as well. And that's going to make them even bigger coming into next season.
A couple of other things to touch on tonight as well. The Stars looking to try and finish on a high note this season. A big win for them last night at home against Sarnia, 4-3, and they're looking to end on a high note as well here on the road in Strathroy to finish off this 2019-2020 season as the teams take to the ice now here, and the crowd acknowledge them as they come out. The Rockets will be wearing their alternate blue uniforms starting on the right side, and the Stars wearing their white uniforms will be on the left, coached by Rob Coots and Jason Furlong behind the bench as well for Strathroy. We talked with general manager Kent Coleman. He's actually going to be on the bench tonight for Strathroy with assistant coach Jake Jeffrey out of town. So, Kent, we wish him luck in his coaching debut.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with making your coaching debut now, because now maybe you can give the guys a little extra encouragement. Hey, the general manager's on the bench. I got to play better than what I normally do. I got to bring my A game tonight.
A couple other games going on around the GOJHL and around the Western Conference. We'll talk about the Western Conference games as Chatham is in London tonight for a rare Saturday night game in London at the Western Fair. With 6:49 remaining, the Chatham Maroons have a 1-0 lead. That's in the first period. And then over in Kamoka, the Leamington Flyers and Kamoka Kings, one of the games that we will be watching this season, as Leamington and Kamoka tied at 0.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big game. That's going to be on my phone all night just to make sure that the Leamington Flyers can come out and help us out here and give us a win.
We mentioned the on-ice ceremony here as the Rockets recognizing 2 of their graduating players in Cody Clerk and Daniel Aspro. Cody Clerk skating up here for the Rockets, played the last 2 seasons in Strathroy, and this season playing in game number 49. He missed just 1 game, and collecting himself 22 points, including 8 goals so far for Strathroy this year. The second player they will be honoring and recognizing for Strathroy, the captain, Daniel Aspro, who missed a fraction of the start of this season due to injury, but came back and really helped lead this team in his first year as captain, final year on the Rockets. And for Daniel Aspro so far this season, the captain doing a great job in his 32 games, 27 points, including 13 goals.
Yeah, and they've both been big for the team here. As Aspro is going to skate over and get his jersey here. But you look at Aspro, the line that, especially since the trade deadline, he's been playing on a line with Jonathan Kilby, who won't be in the lineup tonight. But those two have had a really good chemistry right off the bat. It's almost like they've been playing together all year, and they've been playing really well, being physical between the two of them, but also putting the puck in the net. When your team needs a point, that's one of the lines between that and Brendan Maier's line that's going over the board to put a puck in the net.
We see the 2 Rockets down there, if you're watching on Hockey TV, Aspro and Clerk standing side by side with Kent Coleman on their left here, and they'll hand their jerseys off and head back to the blue line and get ready for the national anthems. With that being said, we will go ahead, take the break, thank our sponsors, and we will be back with the national anthems soon to follow. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores! So the anthem's complete and ready for puck drop here in Strathroy as the Stars and Rockets get set to face off for the final time here in this 2019 and 2020 regular season. Good evening and welcome inside. Noah Smith, Matt Hisocx up above center ice here ready for the call. And Matt, Rockets sending Zon Micelli, Stars sending Matt Hisocx, the keepers between the pipes tonight.
Yeah, those are two very talented tendies between the red pipes. And we'll see it's 6'3" in Matt Hisocx and 6 foot in Zion Micelli. But we both know that these goalies can make a big difference in tonight's game as we saw them face off with Diamond in the Rockets net there on Monday. So we'll see what can happen tonight with Micelli in net.
Seniors out there to start it for Strathroy as Aspro, Clark, and Barrio, the starting lineup here for the Rockets. Face off down in the Stars, now taking it up into the Strathroy zone. Throwing the body there, Hall intercepting that one. His pass going to miss, but Barrio will pick it up at center and dump that one into the corner. Back behind the net, it's going to be picked up by Caleb Van de Ven. He hands this one off to the side. Working up through center ice, Hall has it hop over top of his stick. Tries to evade danger and get it away. Lamoureux picks it up for the Stars. Tries to hit it off to the side. It's Hall going to be rushing up ice. Hall dumping it into the corner. Rockets will give chase. Dumped off the boards. Pepper has it hop just over top of his stick. Back to Bailey Freifogel, and Freifogel will get set to work it up ice here for the Rockets. Clark just across the line there. Barrio, he's going to touch it up. Offside in our first whistle, 47 seconds into this one.
Yeah, and we've got Vink and DeLuca on the stripes tonight, so we haven't seen them in a while, so we'll see what type of game, if they're going to let the boys play tonight, or what's going to be a tight call game.
Babenko win on the draw and dumped in by Jenny. Now picked up on defense here, rimmed around the board. Jesse Froese will pick it up for the Stars. Spin and fire. That pass going to be missed and intercepted before it's dumped back in. Spezial back behind the net here for Strathroy. Working that one down low, just out of the way of Babenko. Now rimmed up to the boards. Freifogel will keep it in just outside of the line. Dumped there. Wyachek throwing this one on. It's going to be picked up by Froese and then knocked away Freifogel will take it back behind the Strathroy net. Babenko in to help him out here. Coming up on the right side, works his way past Wyachek, now into the offensive zone. Cuts through, shot on, and Uska makes the save. Big rebound comes out there, and the Stars will get it. Spezial knocking it off the stick. Now Rizzo in on the left side. Rizzo behind the net, still holding on to it. Looking for a pass out front. That one's going to be intercepted. Rockets looking to get it back. Good move. Spezial to the goal. Shot. That one stopped by Anuska. Big rebound off into the corner. Will be picked up. Cleared off the glass down the ice by Jeff Carr, and will go for icing against the Stars.
And it's been a big period already. Those veterans that we saw honored in the first, or before the game, played a big part in that first shift. And now we've seen the Wood Sanders Mayor's line come out to take advantage of this icing call.
Face-off one back by the Stars, who will get it. Get it up to Jesse Froese into center now. Wyachek off for a change, and then the rest of his line mates to follow. Anuska out of his net to play it off into the corner. Gets past Mayers. Stars will clear as it's up to center for Ben Diamond, the former Rocket. Now he hands it off to the side. Cutting back behind the net. Wrap around there. Lewis tried to find it out front. Carr kept in at the blue line for the Stars. Goes into the corner. It's going to be Aiden Burns back there for Strathroy. Now Mucci rimmed around the boards, up to the blue line, kept in, shot thrown on, tipped off the side of the goal there. Diamond looking for the redirect for St. Thomas. Throwing it in the corner, Sanders trying to chip that one out. Poulin to Ben Diamond, looking for a shot, can't find it, knocked away off the stick of Lewis. Rockets were clear, that one off the glass. Wood trying to knock it over to Brendan Mayers, but it's going to be picked up by Walters, and he'll come back inside of the St. Thomas zone. Carrying it up on the right side, intercepted by the Rockets captain Aspro. Aspro tried to knock it away. Stars will get it and up to center, but Prue there to intercept it. Prue tries to knock it past. Mayers will put it into the corner. Riley Wood looking for a change here as the Stars work out of their own zone, sending that one down the ice on its side. No icing there as Prue's back to get it for Strathroy. Pass just missing Hall in the corner. Sending that one down low is Kane Johnson, but picking it up here, Prue, as he gets to center, right with Hoskins. Dumped in there, gets past Hibbert. Around the boards once again, Stars looking to play. Darius Manny. Hoskins battling with him. They're able to get it into the Strathroy zone. Play call, pass up the middle, Carson Perry. Perry tried to leave that one for Hoskins, picked up by Aspro now. Perry, and that one will go off a stick and out of play into the Stars bench.
Great catch on the bench there by Quinn Pepper to as the puck was deflected into the Stars bench there. And it's been a good period. There hasn't been many chances on Zion Micelli as the Rockets are playing a more faster paced game here.
Dumped right in on Zion Micelli, who will hand it off to the side and picked up by Hull. Now Aspro sweeping in to grab the puck. He'll cut to the center and carry it into the offensive zone on the left side. Aspro shot that one just missing low on Anuska's glove side. Comes all the way back up to center where Freifogel will dump it in for Strathroy. Behind the net here. This one played by Alexander. Chance out front there for the Rockets. Aspro picks it up. Backhand chance there, but the net off and will be blown down by the official.
This has been a really quick period here already. Only 4 minutes and 8 seconds into this period, and we've seen a lot of good chances for the Rockets on the younger St. Thomas team. So we'll see if the Rockets are able to take advantage of it and get a lot of chances to maybe get a few goals here in the first period and wear these young St. Thomas Stars out.
Clark one back up to the point. Point shot thrown on. Chance out front there. Dentino looking to spin and fire. Jenny will keep it in the blue line, but then Lamoureux picks it up. Lamoureux up to Pepper. Pepper can't corral that pass. It's Cody Clark at center for Strathroy, getting to center and then being taken down as he was entering the zone. Barrio was right on him there, but the Rockets will have to take the puck back at center as it was cleared there by the Stars. Jenny dumping it back in and now getting to center. Carr before he takes a big hit by Cody Clark. Pepper off to the side. Looking Lewis. Back to Pepper. They couldn't find the shot. Knocked away, and Zach Barrio will come through, dump it in just above the glass. He'll take a big hop and come all the way up to the blue line and be cleared by the Stars. Dentino tried to pass that one off to himself. Lamoureux will enter the zone on the right side, but a step ahead there and offside for Quentin Pepper.
And there's been a lot between the physical and the shot attempts, or the shot attempts there, and the physicality, I should say. This has been a really good start for these Rockets. You want to make sure that the team that you're playing knows who they're playing, and that they're not going to get away with coming into your barn and playing a rough and tough game.
Van de Ven off to the side and then dumped in. High shot over top of the mask of Micelli. Now Van de Ven to the net. That one tipped on by Wyachek and will be covered up by the Rockets netminder.
That was a really nice tip to see by Wyachek there. It looked pretty easy from up here, but being a goalie myself, that's not an easy save for Micelli, as that'll deflect in tight below the hash marks. Those are never easy to make.
One back into the corner for Strathroy. Mucci will pick it up, come behind his own goal, and then reverse that pass off to Burns, who's awaiting in the opposite side. Burns will take it behind cover, get the pass back there. Sent long one up. Spezial will take that one, carry it into the offensive zone. His pass, trying to find Rizzo. Rizzo had it knocked off his stick, and quickly the Stars back the other way. Into the offensive zone. That pass into the skates and knocked away into the corner. Froze trying to play this one. Spezial to pick it up, trying to get away as he's pressed up against the boards. Coming out of it, Aitken shot right on. Micelli makes the save. Big rebound comes out into the corner. Rizzo turns this one over. Shot from an odd angle. That one's going to be kicked aside by Micelli and out of play.
And going with both goalies, I'm not sure if neither of them got a good warm-up or if the pucks are really warm tonight, but there's been a lot of big rebounds off them and the glass tonight. So something's up with either both or the pucks, and we'll see if they both can calm down here and be able to manage their rebounds a little better going into the periods.
Rimmed around the boards, and Rizzo trying to meet Rizzo off, and an icing call against the Rockets there. As it was Riley Wood actually chipping that one through. 6 minutes gone here to start the opening period of play.
And Wood tried to go for a corral there, and it ended up taking a bounce on him, so he wasn't able to manage it there.
One back on the face-off. It's Prue working out from the corner, looking for a pass. He's just going to flip this one up in the air. Tried to find Riley Wood, but that one was knocked down by the glove. Now on goal here, Micelli will have no choice but to cover up there with Colby Poulin right out front.
It's been a different last 4 minutes here, as now the Stars have taken advantage and gotten the last few attempts here on Micelli.
Prue will take this one and rim it around the boards, trying to get that one up, but the bouncing puck is kept alive. Now working out, it's Hull with a few good moves. He gets to center. Passes that one off to Mayers. Mayers just out of his reach, tries to pass that one out front. No one there for Strathroy. Wood battling on the hash marks, coming out of it. Sanders can't get the shot off. Returns it again, thrown on goal. This one blocked. Didn't make it to Anuska, and will be picked up by the Stars and working out to center. Lewis, his move knocked away. Sanders with it now. Pass up to Mayers, 2-on-1 here. Mayers has Hull with him. Pass, that one tipped on goal, and Anuska right there to make the bad save.
Yeah, and Anuska looked like he was cheating a little bit. Didn't think that Mayers would shoot. On a 2-on-1, you see a lot of guys make that pass in this league, but Mayers being the shooter that he is, this year he's already got 26 goals, so I would bet on him to take that shot 9 times out of 10.
One back to the point. Freifogel's shot. That one missing blocker side on Anuska. Bounces up, and Lamoureux will play that one over and on goal. Marsh just had that one knocked off his stick. Throwing a big hit there. Freifogel trying to knock it away. Hoskins at the blue line, chipping that one past and giving chase, but Marsh back there to play it for the Stars. Lamoureux taken away by Jenny. Jenny's pass to Aspro. That one knocked away as well, and Carson Perry tried to clear. Now Freifogel, he stops that one and will carry it in. Getting past Hoskins on the right side. Hoskins looks for a pass. He comes up to Freifogel. That one just missing his stick and will come all the way back into the Strathroy zone. Nucci plays it behind the net. Bounce pass gets this one up to Aspro, and now Hoskins will carry it in. Pass to Perry, but the Rockets offside there. 12:25 remaining here in the opening period.
Yeah, the Rockets seem to be taking a few more chances in the neutral zone, as there was that pickup by Freifogel. If he didn't pick that up when it went close to his feet, it was a 2-on-none going back on Micelli, which that spells danger all the time.
Van de Ven gives that one across to his D partner, and Tucker Firth dumping it in now, but not quite. His center and icing against the Stars.
Slow roller there as it bounced at the penalty box door and then just fluttered its way down to the icing line. But either way, the D-man didn't get it back or didn't get across the red line, which you want to see him do every time.
Rockets another face-off win. Barrio shot from an odd angle. That one stopped by Anuska, and the rebound will be smothered there by the Stars netminder.
Yeah, and it looked like Darius Main threw a big hit there on Aiden Burns there at the blue line. So we'll keep an eye on that one.
Burns at the blue line off the draw. Shot thrown on and tipped, but it goes off to the side. Rockets able to keep it alive, though. Dintino dumps that one in. Tucker Firth picks it up with his glove, throws it out right off Barrio. Barrio doesn't know where it is, and it looks like it's caught somewhere in his equipment. It's going to be blown down there, and yep, pulling the magic trick there as Barrio finds the puck.
And for his next trick, he's going to make it disappear into the rafters here. It was stuck underneath his pant and in up against his shin pad, so that's not somewhere comfortable to have a puck land.
Hurtubise, his pass, knocked away at center by Clark. Dintino now tried to do the reverse pass. Poulin will pick it up and coming on the left side. Knocked off his stick by Mucci. He comes up to the point. Hurtubise shot. That one misses wide. Dintino now picks it up for Strathroy, turns on the Jets, gets to center and tries to knock that one past. Picking it up on defense and moving it up now, Alexander. Lewis, one-time shot, that one missing wide, and Dintino sitting up there and picks it up. Dintino got Barrio. Barrio, that one, oh, and a good chance sliding across Anuska, but Barrio couldn't get the shot off.
It looked like it caught the heel of Barrio's stick there. Perfect pass, just in probably maybe an inch or two more than Hall would have liked, or Dintino would have liked. But either way, it was a great attempt there on the 2-on-1. And Anuska, either way, I think if that went in, I think it still would have been called a goal because the net went off after the puck probably would have crossed the line there.
Babenko going to be thrown out of the draw here. Rizzo will come in to take it for Strathroy. Tying up the draw and winning it off to the side there, giving chase, but now him and Walters getting into it. Spezial picks the puck up and dumps it back in. It's going to be gloved down, picked up, and getting to center. Now in on the right side. Stopping there, having it knocked off his stick was Walters. Reverse pass. Wycheck chasing it down. He's got Hall right up against him. One back up there, now chipping it past Babenko with Spezial on his left, 2-on-1. Babenko looking shot. That one stopped by Anuska. Another big rebound comes up. And Wycheck will carry it to center before Rizzo knocks him down, and the Rockets will come back into the zone. Babenko to Hall. Hall toe drag move, had that one knocked away on the body hit, and then he throws the body as well. Prue will dump it in, pad save by Anuska. Rockets will get a line change. Dump back into the Rockets zone. It's Hull going D-to-D with Prue. Looking for a pass, just chipping that one off the boards, getting it to center. Now Prue. Working past on the left side into the offensive zone. Looking shot. That one just missing glove side on Anuska. Bounces all the way back into the Rockets zone for Bailey Freifogel. Looking for a pass here. That one tipped, but right onto the stick of Sanders. Sanders working in the lone Rocket shot on goal there, and then taken into the boards by Firth after the whistle.
Yeah, and that hit that was right here was actually a big play for the Rockets, as there was a St. Thomas Star player trying to jump the two of them as they both went down on the hit, but it became a 4-on-3 coming all the way back into the zone.
Mares trying to knock that one away in the corner. Sanders back there to help him out as well. Now Sanders has it to Mares. Mares out front. Good chance for Wood. Up to the point now. And the net off again here as Anuska throws his hands in the air.
And you can see he's tired of it too. He's trying to do his best to not kick the net off. But when you're 6'3", 175 pounds, and these nets, we've seen it in multiple games that you and I have done here at the arena, that they come off very easily. So it's very tough even for a small-weighted goalie, but a very tall goalie compared to what most goalies here when we saw the little tykes out here playing earlier not to knock the net off.
Up to the point. Jenny looking to tee that one up. Tipped on goal. Chance out front there. Sanders couldn't get a shot off as Anuska right there as well. Now the pass just missing. Lamoureux will bounce and go for an icing call. 9:42 all that remains here in the first period as we pass that halfway mark. And the Rockets another offensive zone face-off. They'll keep that same unit out there. Sanders, Mayers, and Wood up front.
And this is the line you want to have out there with a tired opponent out there as well.
Tying it up off the draw. The Stars will take control. Working that one up. It's Lamoureux entering the zone. Pass knocked off his stick there. Good move. Now thrown on goal. That one missing wide. Van de Ven keeps it in at the point. Big hit coming across there. Knocks his man down. Continuing to battle at the point there. Puck comes up and down the ice as Mayers was getting into it with Van de Ven, and now an icing call against the Rockets.
Yeah, and that was a tough one because it looked like he had his leg tied up all intertwined like a little pretzel there, so he wasn't able to get up. But as he's there, he kind of gives him, a few pokes on the back to make sure, to try and get him to let him go. But we can see the Stars are trying to complain for a penalty, but as from our angle, it's definitely not a penalty when you've got a guy tied up and a cross-check. It's either going to go both ways or no ways on that type of play.
Face-off inside of the Rockets zone, off to the right of Micelli. Sanders wins it and takes control. Pass off to Wood, and now Wood will break into the zone. Wood drops for Jenny. Jenny just losing it in his skates. Wood will pick it up, and now Wood is stripped of the puck. Back the other way, the Stars. It's Pepper and Lamoureux. Pepper passed out one, knocked away. Freifogel with a great defensive play. Up to the point, Hurtubise shot. That one tipped and will go into the netting, out of play.
And Micelli just stood there and had no idea where it went as it hit off a few sticks there and went above him back towards the netting. And it'll be a face-off to his glove hand side here to our right.
Aspro takes the draw for Strathroy, but it's one back to the point. Alexander shot right on. Micelli sees that one easily and makes the glove save through the screens.
And he's had an easy night for Micelli, but the saves he has had to make are definitely important saves here.
Knocked over off the draw there. Stars might have wanted to call. Not going to get it. Mucci with the puck. His pass off a skate and picked up there. Battling in the corner. Poulin with a few shots. Trying to get the puck away there was Aspro. Poulin picks it up for the Stars. Down low, picking it up. Pass out front, no one there. Up to the point, kept in by Alexander. Giving chase down low. Pass once again up to the point, intercepted and then batted on goal by Hurtubise. Mucci will rim it around the boards. The Rockets giving chase. It's Hoskins working in. Hoskins at the line, throwing it on goal. But Perry offside there and doesn't like the call.
No, Perry was about 3-4 inches offside on that one. And he's definitely not happy, as it would have been a 3-on-2 going back into the zone. But a tough call there for the Rockets offense, as it'll be a face-off right at the St. Thomas Stars bench there.
Aspro winning it back to the D here, who passed that between each other, and then Burns will dump it in. Rockets are offside, though, as the linesman said they entered before the shot. They'll have to clear, and it allows the Stars to work into the offensive zone. Mucci will take that one away. Pick it up from Johnson. Tries to clear. It's off the skates. Kane Johnson trying to get away from Aiden Burns. Aspro in to help out. Burns will win this battle. Get it in the corner. Look for a pass. He's just going to chip this one up and down the ice. Walters giving chase. No icing there as he stops skating for the puck. It's inside of the zone. Aspro trying to get this one away. It's going to be cleared out, but Mucci will pick it up. Dump it right back in. Rockets giving chase as it's Perry with a spin move. Perry pass. This one up to the point for Dintino. Dintino up to the point for Mucci. Mucci now spinning. This bounce pass knocked away. Aspro can't keep it in. Stars look to clear, but then Aspro wins the battle, gets it back, and goes back to Burns. Burns takes it, skates, hands it off Dintino. Dintino breaks in, left side, looking shot. That one over top of the goal. Off the glass and will clear for St. Thomas. Carrying it through center, Wyachek. One hand on his stick, has it knocked off. Dintino there to try and glove that pass away. Picks it back up with the puck. Dintino long pass trying to find Barrio. Tipped off the stick by Carr on defense. Wyachek now out front of the Stars bench. Pass over to Froze. Froze going to pick it up, come in with Aiken. Stops at the blue line. Goes down low. Aiken picks it up. Got Wyachek down in the corner with him. It's knocked off his stick by Prue. Stars still pressing here with 6:35 remaining in the first period. taking that puck in the corner, trying to work his way out. He's going to be knocked off the puck. Van de Ven on goal, throws with a chance. That one, pad saved by Micelli. Puck goes off into the corner. We're picking it up there. Hull knocked down and then coming in, froze. He takes a hit as well. Hull with it now. Off to the corner, pinching in. That shot takes a hard bounce there to go chase it down. Dintino, but Van de Ven going to win that race. Knocked off his stick. Dintino again. Dintino with a chance. Cuts to the goal. That one stopped by Anuska. Cleared up to the point. Bruce shot. That one just missing the glove side as well. Down low, tipped by Dintino. Clerk to give chance. Chance out front. Dintino tries to go between his legs, but it's going to be cleared. And now a battle behind the Stars net as Cody Clerk late to clear and then sent down to Barrio. Barrio shot on Anuska. Gloves that one. Elects to keep the play alive. Firth off the net. Dintino up front to himself, and he had a chance there, but the net comes off again, and they're going to blow that one down, I believe.
They're actually going to give Anuska a penalty for delay of game on that one as he pushed the net off. And I'm going to be on a goalie's side here, especially knowing these nets. It's really easy to knock these nets off, but when you do that on that type of play, that looked pretty suspicious in my view from even up here. But what a play by the the Strathroy Rockets as he pushed that one and was so close to putting it over top of Anuska's pad and opening the score. But I got to agree, Anuska kind of saved himself a goal there on that one.
Anuska will get the penalty for St. Thomas. Well, I imagine will be called the delay of game. He's now having a conversation, with the official.
And it looks like it's DeLuca. He's having a conversation with the one that made the call. But it's a tough call. You don't know, and you can see that he's shaking the net there even and showing how easily this net's coming off. So hopefully he can freeze the net or something so he doesn't get called again.
Rockets work on the power play here nonetheless. Aspro will knock it into the corner for Sanders, get the return pass, and then look to try and set up this Rockets power play. Pass up to the point. That one gets away. Wood will have to chip it back over to Hull, and the Rockets will have to get set to try and set up again here. In their own zone, Hull pass up to Mayers, and Mayers will be the one to enter the zone on the left side. Mayers looking to pass that one through. It's going to be tipped off a stick and up to the blue line, but Aspro couldn't keep it in. It'll be up and to center there. Now Hull will pick it up, looking for a pass. Getting away from Poulin. Poulin there to knock it off his stick. A good defensive play. Sanders back and now into the zone. Hull. Hull stopping, walking across the blue line here, working that one over. Now a shot thrown on. Bounces back out to Wood. Wood shot. Mayers now. Mayers looking. Odd angle shot. That one. Anuska knocked the net off once again and looks to put it back on. They're going to keep the play alive. Mayers walking out of the corner here. Leaves that one for Aspro, who goes down low. Sanders back to Aspro. Aspro up to the point. Hall shot. That one missing wide. Knocked down out front again, the Rockets. Sanders slow to get up. Aspro from the hash marks. 45 seconds to go. Mayers looking to try and tee one up. That shot missing wide. Wood will take it off the boards. Look for a pass. He comes up to Hall. Hall straight away at the point. Off to Wood. Wood at the side. Cuts through. Shot. That one whistled over top of the net. Off to Hall, who's going to keep it alive, and then it's going to be batted out of the air by Poulin down the ice. 23 seconds to go here in this Rockets power play. They'll get the second unit out there. One last chance to work up the ice.
And they're going to set up behind the net here as the Rockets or the Stars are putting a lot of pressure on them.
Clerk takes the pass and into the offensive zone he goes, wide on the left side. Looking pass out front. That one goes off the stick of Anuska and will be cleared down the ice, and that'll do it for the Rockets power play. They move to 0 for 1 on the night. Dintino now in his own zone. Gets set to wheel up ice. Cuts through the middle there. Breaks him through. Now he tries to get past Van de Ven, but he loses his stick and then throws a hit as well. Puck behind the St. Thomas net. Post to post goes Anuska, careful not to knock it off, and then it's going to be sent down the ice. Bounces over top of the stick of Burns. Giving chase right on him, forcing a turnover shot on Micelli, makes the save. Dintino picks it up, and now Dintino once again with the puck. Pass up to Barrio. Barrio to Clerk, and Clerk comes in, but Dintino thought that they were running the zone quicker. He goes offside, 2:58 left here in the first.
Yeah, and Matt Hisocx, every time the puck is either out of his spot that he can look back or the puck clears the zone, he's looking back to make sure that net's off. Obviously, the ref said something that's put it into his head. So we'll see if the Rockets are able to take advantage of a goalie that's not 100% thinking about this game.
Rizzo in the corner now, battling to try and get this puck away. Spezial down to Rizzo, tries to move this puck through. Stars now in their own zone. Good pass finds Walters, and now Walters out front of his own bench. That pass over, Lamoureux tries to knock it down with his stick, but Prue will pick it up for Strathroy, go back behind the net. Up the boards to center. Spezial, this one knocked away. Carrying it in, Babenko. He's going to have to circle back as Rizzo was late exiting the zone. In their own zone now. Babenko up through center to center and dumping this one in on Anuska, who is going to glove that one through and get a face-off inside of the Stars zone.
And the big thing for the Rockets here is you got to get Anuska moving. 6'3", you're not used to shooting on a tall goalie like that, as your goalies are 5'8" and 6 foot. So a 6'3" goalie, that's tough to beat. You got to get him moving and get him down on his knees, or you're not going to be able to beat him easily.
Mucci, long shot from the point, but Anuska sees that one through all the traffic, makes the save, and another face-off will come off to his left side.
And that's a perfect example. You got a lot of traffic, but if you don't get him moving, you're not going to get a puck past him.
Stars win the face-off. Try to set up in their own zone and get out. Prue knocks it down at center. He'll throw this one in. Bouncing puck. Rizzo tries to chase it through. Up to the point. Spezial keeps it alive. Tries to bring it in and get a shot off. At the hash marks, we'll cycle it down low. Rizzo with the puck. Rizzo looking to try to do the same before he takes a big hit in the corner. Hoskins with it. Tries to work his way past and loses the puck. Able to kick it to Rizzo. Rizzo now knocked off his stick. Hits it to center and Prue with the puck. Goes over to Mucci, D to D. Mucci long pass. Rizzo able to get a stick on that one. Hoskins now looking to get it in the lane. Good slap pass. That one's going to go off a stick and high off the netting, out of play. With a minute and 28 seconds left here in the first period.
Yeah, and a big game like we mentioned earlier. The Leamington Flyers and Kamoka Kings over at the Kamoka Wellness Center is tied 2-2 at the end of the first period, as they have traded goals throughout this game. Leamington opened the scoring and then finished the scoring in the first period, but a tie game over there.
Inside of the Stars zone, Rockets look to get a chance. They can't find it. Up to center, carried in by Lamoureux. Lamoureux on the right side, knocked away. Sending that one over. Carson Perry now. Good pass finds Aspro. Aspro works forward. He's got Hoskins with him. Now Aspro cuts the middle. Shot. That one stopped by Anuska. Freifogel couldn't get the rebound, and the Stars will bring it back the other way. Into the offensive zone. Drop pass finds Pepper. Pepper tries to come to the middle there. This one was knocked away, and now the Rockets with speed. Aspro to center, throwing this one in. Poked away. Back down. This one off the side, and Anuska going to have to cover that one up. So the Rockets will get another offensive zone face-off. This one with 46 seconds left here in the first period, and they'll send out that line of Mayor Sanders and Riley Wood to try and get some offense with the time winding down here in the opening period.
Big time to get a goal is always in the last minute here.
Up to the point, Burns now to Mayers. Mayers shot, that one blocked, gets it back, toe drag move, cuts through, backhand, that one stopped by Anuska as Mayers cut to the goal and had a good chance.
And we're seeing them them being the St. Thomas Stars, put a lot of pressure on the Rockets defense when they win the puck back to them, and actually throw a little bit of a late hit to the point where they're thrown off their feet after the puck gets through.
Sanders another win back to the point. Burns off to Mayers, sets up the same way. Mayers brings it into the corner. Pass back, Wood looks to walk out front, shot, that one stopped by Anuska. And it looks like it went out of play there off the Stars netminder.
It'll be another face-off, and as we see, 20 seconds have come off the clock, and that means this line isn't going to be too tired, and they're going to probably ride them here for the last 26.7 seconds.
Wood tied up in the corner. There to pick it up, pass out front. Mayers just missing it off his stick. Knocked away at center by Hall. Trying to dump that one back in. It's Carr carrying it forward, and Carr dumping that one, but throwing it way out of play. As he got just a little bit underneath that one as he stepped across center.
Just a little bit underneath that one as I'm sure the few fans in the back there put their hand up thinking it might even come over. the back protective netting there as this line still stays out with 12.1 on the clock here.
Sanders tries to win that one forward. Stars will clear, get it out, and then the Rockets will enter once again. Nanuska playing this one off to the side. Sanders intercepts it. Sanders tries to come out front, and the Rockets with one last good chance there, but they're unable to find the back of the net, and the first period horn goes, and we will go to the intermission tied at 0.
Yeah, Nanuska with a little bit of a late second there. We'll call it a risky play as he came out close to the corner there, surprisingly, and tried to play it away from Riley Wood, I believe it was there. But he was able to get back in time and cover up his net. But what an interesting period for Matt Hisocx, the Knights prospect, as he had a penalty, few calls or few chances there on him. But what a way to start the last regular season game here.
No score in the opening period of play. The Rockets and the Stars will go to the break tied at 0. The out-of-town scoreboard. Two other games going on in the West tonight. The Chatham Maroons have a 2-0 lead over the London Nationals at the Western Fair, about halfway through that one. And over in Kamoka, the Kings have just taken a 3-2 lead in the start of the second period against the Leamington Flyers. Two games that we will be watching as the night continues. It's 0-0 here in Strathroy. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break with the second period coming up next. You're watching Rockets Hockey on Hockey TV and listening live on YouTube.
You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey.
One shot, that one scores! What a shot from Wood! It towards the net, scores! Cody Clark ties the game with 22.7 to go. He tries to work his way towards the net, finds his shot, scores! Across and his shot, scores! And that one goes wide, Chase out front, scores!
Well, good evening and welcome back inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center. 20 minutes complete here between the visiting St. Thomas Stars and the Strathroy Rockets. No score on either side of the scoreboard and not a whole lot going on in the first period of play. The Rockets got one power play opportunity on the Matt Hisocx delay of game penalty. They put 16 shots on goal in that first period of play compared to the 8 of the St. Thomas Stars. 17 shots on goal compared to the 8 of the St. Thomas Stars. But aside from that power play and a few good chances there, not a whole lot going on in that first period of play. I'm Noah Smith, joined alongside me, Matt Hisocx. And Matt, what did you think of that first period of play?
Well, I kind of fell asleep there for about half of it when you look at the action that was out there. Now, there was a lot of good chances, but they weren't high A scoring quality chances. They were more turnover, low in the zone. There was a lot of odd man breakaways for both sides that period, which means they're both taking a lot of chances, both trying to get that first goal. And, you know, maybe if you're the St. Thomas Stars, you're like, you know what? It's our last game. We might as well go out with blades of glory. But if you're the Rockets, you want to make sure that you're tight both offensively and defensively. Yes, take those chances when they get there, but don't give up too many coming back, because that's not what you want, especially going in to face that high-powered St. Mary's Lincolns possibly in the first round.
You mentioned a lot of odd man rushes, and there certainly was in the first period of play, but between all the odd man rushes, there wasn't a whole lot of good scoring opportunities. There were some very good defensive plays on the back end of those odd man rushes to break them up, or just missed chances, passes that got knocked away, anything of the sort. Both teams we saw it as well. The Rockets had a few of those. The out-of-town scoreboard, we updated you before we went to break there. Over in London, it's now a 2-1 lead for the Chatham Maroons as the Nationals have put one in on the board. And then over in Kamoka, the same score as we left you with, as the Kamoka Kings have a 3-2 lead over the Flyers with about 7 minutes remaining in that second period of play.
So if you're the coaching staff, and you know that coaching staff is in there between each period checking the score and seeing what it is to make sure that, how bad do we got to push this game? Like I mentioned in the pregame, yes, they've got to win this game. Don't leave it in the hands of the Vipers and the Flyers. Take care of your own business. But at the same time, how much do we got to push this game to the brink of basically elimination here?
Referees and teams will head back out to the ice now, and we're getting set for the second period of play here in Strathroy. No score between the Stars and the Rockets. Hisocx will head out and take to his crease now on our right side. And the Rockets led by Zion Micelli will head out. And Micelli, he faced 8 shots in the first period of play, but I don't think he had to make too many big saves. A lot of shots from distance and a lot of shots from odd angles, seeing those easily.
Yeah, there was only one that comes to mind that was a tough save for him, that he really had to work on to make the save, but there wasn't many other chances that he had that were high A scoring quality chances. The only one, like I said, on him there, and the only one that I can think of on Hisocx was the one where he got the penalty on, pushing the net off. He had to reach back and get his toe on that puck. And, those are tough saves. Being a 6'3" goalie does help you, especially to stretch across the crease.
Ready to go here for period number 2. Aspro and Hoskins with Carson Perry on the right side out there to start things for Strathroy. Ben Diamond to take the face off with Lewis and Poulin on his sides for the Stars. One back by the Stars. Firth over to Van de Ven. Now he gets the return pass, almost losing that one. Now picking it up, Hoskins will bring it in for Strathroy. Hoskins looking shot, that one blocked. Picks it up again, looks, can't find the pass out front. hits off the net, and Tucker Firth will pick it up and clear it off the boards down into the center ice area. Picking this one up on a turnover. Lewis to the net. Backhand chance there, and the puck will come back out. Now it's going to be a foot race for it. Hoskins going to win this one. Coming in. Beats Van de Ven. Shot. Big rebound. Perry just whistles that one wide of the goal, and it's in. Off the glass. It comes back out front and finds its way into the back of the net. And the Rockets will strike first. Although who, we don't know.
We don't know who, but either way, it was in the back of the net. I think it went off Anuska's foot there as it hit the glass, and it ricocheted straight back onto into the crease area. Looked like it rolled off the top of the net, hit his foot, and as Anuska went to turn to find it, he ended up kicking it in the back of the net, and you saw his defenseman lean down and just give him all the condolences on that one.
Puck now sitting behind Anuska. Another chance there and banging away at it. This will draw a crowd as Hurtaby's giving a few punches there to Carson Perry, who is down on the ice.
And they just announced it's going to be a goal for Carson Perry, who's going to get that goal. And that's a big goal here for the Rockets, only less than a minute into the period.
So the Stars will go ahead and switch up their lines. Rockets to follow as well. Carson Perry, you mentioned, gets credit with the goal. Had one last night in St. Mary's, so he's got goals in 2 straight. One off to the side. Rizzo will pick it up in the corner for Strathroy, looking to poke that one away. Lamoureux trying to chip it past now Babenko. His return pass kept alive. Rizzo knocked over. Babenko looking shot. That one stopped by Anuska. Big rebound came out. Now it's picked up. Babenko again. Spezial shot. That one blocked. Can't get it back. And it will be picked up by Lamoureux and get some space here for the Stars. Lots of action here in the first minute of this second period. Chipping it past that center. Stars will work in. It's Lamoureux into the offensive zone. Battling, throwing this one to the goal, and Pepper had a good chance to tip that one on goal. He just put it over top. Walters, point shot, blocked. Picking this one up and coming through. Jenny knocked off his stick. Now looking, Lamoureux off the foot of Freifogel. Marsh tried to pick it up, and now Jenny will spin and fire up through center ice. Pepper picks it up, and Pepper going to dump this one back in off the end boards. Micelli there to knock it down with his stick, and he'll set things up for the Rockets. Jenny bounce pass. Tipped in there by Spezial. Anuska trying to corral this one. Will reverse it. Go behind him. And now the Stars will like to work out. Bounces out front. Clerk might have had a chance. Now Rizzo with it. Shot that one just wide of the goal. Rizzo now once again working behind the net. Looking for a pass. Can't find it. Knocked off his stick. Cody Clerk will pick it up. Clerk up to the point. Now thrown on goal. Stopped and blocked by Walters. And now cleared up to the blue line and out. Now it's going to be a foot race forward. This one going to be called as the arm of the official goes up, and I imagine this one's going to go for a hooking call.
Yeah, and that's a tough play to make because you're beaten in the foot race on that one, but you want to make sure that he doesn't get out too far, and DeLuca is going to make that call on a hooking there. So the St. Thomas Stars with the 10th ranked power play will go to work here against the 14th ranked penalty kill. And we'll see how the Rockets can handle this with a 1-0 lead here in the second period.
Up to the point. Firth will go across to Alexander. Now Alexander to Poulin. Poulin up to the point, walking. Goes to Firth. Firth looking shot. That one tipped. Bouncing out front. Cody Clerk will pick it up and clear it. Up to the blue line, but kept in by Alexander. Now down low with the puck. Prue spins, fires, sends that one down the ice and into the Stars zone.
And you got to look at this power play as they had a lot more talent to start the season, so they were able to manage a lot more goals early on before the trade deadline.
Van de Ven to Lewis. Lewis breaks in, tries to pass that one over, picking it up. Prue going to look to try and clear. He takes a hit there. Walking, looking, shot. That one blocked by Freifogel. Puck comes out. Barrio there to try and knock it past, kept in by Van de Ven. Van de Ven walks across the line, looking, shot, scores! Point shot beats the screen and beats Micelli, and Caleb Van de Ven gets credit with the goal on the power play.
Yeah, a tough one for that, and it looks like it's going to be his first point here, or first goal, as you saw someone give the puck to the trainer there. And that's a tough one for Zion Micelli, as there was a lot of people in front of him. And I believe it was Freifogel who went down for another block there, and it actually went right through him and past Zion Micelli, as we're back tied at 1-1 here.
Puck down into the Strathroy zone after the Stars able to tie it on the power play. Looking for another chance. Wood's going to knock this one away, flip it up and down the ice. Rockets will give chase. This one will come right on Anuska, who's going to cover that one up. And we'll get a face-off inside of the Stars zone.
Yeah, and Anuska came diving out for that one. Kind of a risky play there, as he was coming in on him very tough. And if he wasn't able to hit the brakes there about 1.5 feet off of him, he would have taken him right out, probably into the shoulder area.
Point shot. This one bounces off the boards, gets up to the point. Hall unable to hold it in, but he dumps it back down. Now coming up, Aiken through center into the offensive zone. Looking shot, whistles that one wide. Bounces all the way back out into the neutral zone. Picking this one up, Alexander looking to work in. Throws, pass over. Wyachek in, shot. That one stopped by Micelli. And he'll cover up and get the save. And the face-off.
I'm sorry, no, I didn't mean to cut you off there. But you see Micelli as he's fixing his cage there, as that one caught him right in the chin there. And that's a good rattler. It might not have been the hardest shot, but it definitely is one that's going to rattle the nerves there easily on you.
And just a confirmation on that goal for the Stars. Van de Ven's first in the GOJHL. 2-on-1 here for the Rockets. Dintino cutting, losing it as it's knocked off his stick. Another 2-on-1 where they can't even get a shot off. In the corner now, trying to battle and get this one away. It'll be flipped up to the neutral zone and then dumped back in at center ice by Jenny. Barrio will now come give chase. Pass gets up to Marsh. Marsh, this one knocked away. Dintino. Good move, works in on the left side, loses the puck, gets it back, tries to get this one through. It's going to be turned over. Lamoureux works in, tries to chip that one on goal. He does, but Micelli going to cover it up and get the face-off inside of the Strathroy zone.
And that's a good first shot for Micelli after taking that last one to the chin there, as he'll be able to get a feel for the puck again, as both teams are going to make a full line change. An interesting fact on that power play is we didn't see their leading scorer, Ben Diamond, out on that power play as well.
Walked up to the point. This shot blocked away by Micelli. Trying to throw it on goal from the corner there. It's going to bounce up and hit off the back of Carson Perry. Unable to clear. Stars keep it alive. Shot thrown on. And Micelli right there to cover up and make the save.
And we've seen a lot more in tight chances now, surprisingly, especially after the shot that beat Zion Micelli by Cale Vanderveen was a high point shot that wristed through the traffic.
One back up to center. Van de Ven picks it up. Passes that one over to Firth. Now inside of the zone. Burns will dump that one back in for Strathroy. Anuska's out of his net to play it. Firth tries to work up. He does. Gets that puck forward, and now the Stars quickly work up. Johnson knocks it over. Manny will dump it in, but that one way above the line there. Going to say it was tipped by a Rocket stick, and they keep the face-off inside.
And I do have to go back on that stat there, as Colby Poulin is the leading point getter, and was on that power play, but Ben Diamond, who's second on the team, wasn't on that power play. So sorry to Poulin there, as he has put up 31 points there, and Diamond has 28 over his two teams this year so far.
Rockets win the face-off back. Hall to Hoskins, chips it up for Aspro. Aspro going to try to chase this one down. Puck comes out in there. Hoskins will touch up, and it will be blown down as an offside. Stars calling for it to go all the way.
And that's a tough one there, as he was dragged in there by the defenseman of the St. Thomas Stars. But either way, it'll be touched up, and the face-off will be to Zion Micelli's left here.
Tied up off the draw, sitting in the slot, picked up by Prue. Prue going to reverse, put this over to Hull. Hull now in his skates, losing this one, cutting through. Diamond looking shot. Micelli there to make the save, and the net will come off in the process. Gets a little groan from the Stars side of the ice. However, I believe that's the first time that Micelli's knocked the net off tonight.
Yeah, and that's 6 minutes in, and Anuska had it up 3 times by this point in the first period.
Prue rimmed around the boards. Perry can't touch it up there, but was getting hit by Hurtubise, so no icing as it's back in the St. Thomas zone. Pinned up against the boards, it comes up to the point, gets through Prue, picking it up, Poulin against Hall. Poulin on the left side, still has it, pass over Diamond, that one. I think Micelli got a piece of it, able to keep the puck out as it now sits in the corner. Battling to try and get this one away. Aspro in there to come get the puck, he gets it, has Perry with him as they enter the zone. Aspro pass to Perry, Perry back out front, Hoskins, chance Anuska right there to make the pad save point blank. Now Hoskins trying to dodge a hit there, Lewis will sweep in, pick up the puck, and dump that one past Jenny, go into the corner. They battle against the boards, Jenny trying to get this one away from Lewis, pass out front, no one there for the Stars. It'll be picked up by the Rockets captain, and now he'll come set and ready to get up ice. Knocked slightly as he enters the zone, works into the corner now, backhands that one, throws a hit against Walters in the corner, gets some help here as Spezial comes in and throws a hit. Stars able to get this one out, now turned over, Rizzo looking shot, that one stopped, and now he's taken out, goes into the net, and it'll knock the net off and get a whistle.
And that one was not Matt Anuska's fault as he was taken out, and he gives Anuska a few words there as he skates by. You wonder what he's saying. You always wonder what is said between goalies and players, and if it's chirping or, maybe they're good buddies. But either way, something was said as the Stars try and get a late line change, but they'll be sent back by DeLuca, and the face-off will be to Matt Anuska's right.
Tied up off the draw, Spezial shot, that one stopped by Anuska. Pad save and then cleared down the ice, getting past Jenny. All the way into the Strathroy zone. Stars will use this to their advantage and get a line change. Freifogel pass up. Jenny just out of his reach. Lamoureux is going to knock that one past, but Jenny will pick it up, and now Jenny works in. Jenny looking shot, scores! Kiernan Jenny! And the Rockets regain the lead 2-1.
And that'll be Jenny's second goal this season. What a time to get your second of the year, as that was a blown play there, as it ended up being, I believe it was a 4-on-0 on Matt Anuska. And on that, you think about it, do I make that pass? Do I take the shot? And Jenny put it underneath the elbow of Matt Anuska on the blocker side and gives the Rockets a 2-1 lead here with 12:40 left on the clock.
Oftentimes easy to overthink when you're a defenseman breaking in there alone, but Jenny elects to just go for the shot, and he's able to beat the Stars netminder and give the Rockets that 2-1 lead.
And Anuska's going to want that one back, as like I said, it caught him, it hit himself in the elbow. He just didn't get enough of the shot.
Right off the face-off, Babenko got a shot, but it was over top of the goal. Down low in the corner, trying to get this one away. Cleared up. Burns able to get his glove on it. Tries to keep it in at the blue line. He does. Now Rizzo. Good move to get past. Pass over there, and he couldn't find Babenko. Now the Stars look to clear. Good defensive play by Spezial to rub him out. Gets it back to Mucci. Mucci pass. That one off the stick of Babenko and into the Stars zone. Now back to center. Lamoureux to Marsh. Marsh walks in. Pass over. That one tipped off a stick. Rizzo with it, gives it up to Spezial, who will enter the zone here on his own. Long shot, that one going to be blocked away by Anuska. Goes into the corner. Van de Ven knocked off the puck, and then it's going to be cleared up to center. Burns will pick it up for Strathroy, just get to center and dump this one in. High glove, able to knock that one through, carrying it up Firth. Firth over to Lamoureux. Gets the return pass, looking for a shot right on. And Micelli going to cover that one up in the logo.
An easy save there for Micelli as that one hits him, like you said, straight in the crest. And it'll be a face-off to his left here as a full line change on both sides will happen. And we'll see Diamond out here, it looks like, again for the St. Thomas Stars.
Point shot, that one off a stick and out of play, so we'll redo the draw.
And Diamond actually won that one nice and clean to his winger that was sitting just to his right on the top of the circle and was able to get a quick shot off.
Up to the point, looking to try and knock this one through. Hull will pick it up and get speed coming to the zone for Strathroy. Now Hall. Move as he works behind the net. Puck bounces. Sanders walking up front. Sanders chance. Smears that one off the post. But the arm up here and a penalty on the way. The call will be a high stick. And the Rockets will head to the power play.
And Mares just missed it so close. I think he's going to check the blade of that stick because it looked like it caught the heel of his blade and just didn't get enough. He was down on one knee, had the perfect shot. Anuska was down and out, and Mares was able just to flutter that one. And I don't think Anuska will have an easier save on the night.
Up to the point, Carson Perry to Freifogel. Knocked off the puck, but he's not able to keep it in. He's able to dump it down into the Stars zone, though, and now they'll take the chance and clear that one all the way down the ice. Picking it up behind the net, Freifogel gets set to work up ice as he hands this one off to Cody Clerk. Clerk on the left side tries to come to Barrio out front, but he was unable to get that puck on his stick. It will go to Anuska, and he will cover up. 10:53 left here in the second period, and 25 seconds off the Rockets' second power play.
And it'll be interesting to see how the Rockets can take advantage. They had a few chances there early in this game on their first power play.
Freifogel to Perry. He's on the right side. Now he gives it back up to Freifogel, who's straight away at the point. Freifogel once again looking shot. This one tipped, but Anuska seeing that one and making the glove save.
And Noah, we have an interesting feat here. In the Carolina-Toronto game, 42-year-old David Ayers, an emergency goalie, is playing for the Hurricanes right now after both Peter Mrazek and James Reimer got hurt in tonight's game.
An interesting one for sure. We'll follow on. Great play to keep it in at the line there by Freifogel. Clerk walks it into the corner, hands it off. Now back up to the point, Dintino down low. This one going to be intercepted and then sent down the ice on a backhand. The first minute of this Rockets power play gone. Chance there, but Micelli almost lost the puck for the Rockets. Now Perry in the corner to Freifogel. Stars really forcing the Rockets down low on this penalty kill. Perry pass, hands that one off to Dintino. Now he goes back to Perry. Perry steps in across the line and tries to set up the power play. Clerk over. Dintino looking, shot that one on. Anuska unable to cover up as Barrio gets it. Barrio up to Dintino. Puck on his stick goes up to Hall. Hall to Perry. Perry can't get this one. He's going to have to chip it down low. Barrio behind the net. Pass. That one going to miss Dintino and come all the way back out to center ice. Hall at his own blue line. Trying to work this one past. Into the skates of Dintino. It's picked up by Mares. Mares steps in. Power play shot. Whistles that one wide. Comes all the way down into the Rocket zone. And with 5 seconds to go on the power play, that'll just about do it for Strathroy.
Not the best power play for the Rockets either, as they didn't get many chances and stayed most of the time in their own zone here.
This pass intercepted. Johnson steps in. Pass across. Tipped. Oh, Micelli gets across with the pad save. Shutting the door on the right side. Now working in. Rockets with another chance. Burns. Aspro shot. Anuska with the save. And the Stars back the other way. Lamoureux will hand this one off to Johnson, and he'll just get to the blue line. Look for a shot. Whistles that one. Getting a stick on it was Anuska. And now he gets pinned into the boards. Diamond out front. Lamoureux shot. Micelli makes another save. Mares will pick it up and try to clear the zone here for Strathroy. Riley Wood at center. Works forward into the offensive zone. Wood, toe drag move. That shot blocked as well. Cleared back up to center. Throwing a hit there. Wyatt check. Mares gets it over to Aspro. Aspro tries to chip that one past Van de Ven. Van de Ven gets it up to Lamoureux, and now Lamoureux into the offensive zone. Good move to get past Burns to the forehand, and he couldn't get a good shot off as he goes into the boards. Now bouncing puck. Mares will have to go chase this one down against Firth. Mares thrown into the boards, trying to get this puck away. Riley Wood with it. Wood down low. Mares return pass. That one going to miss everyone. Come all the way down the ice, and Micelli will play it with his stick.
And the full change here on the forward group for the Rockets, as he's just going to stand there and hold it in behind the net.
Now Jenny will take the puck and come up ice here for Strathroy. His pass going to be tipped into the zone. Now sent down the ice. That one over top of Jenny, and will go for an icing against the Stars with 7:39 remaining here in the second period.
And in that last break there, we had two big saves, one by each goalie there, as Anuska took one right off the chin after Zion Micelli made an incredible toe stretch. That's an easy save for a goalie like Anuska, but for Zion Micelli at only 6 foot, that's not an easy save.
Speziello, front shot, whistles that one over top of the blocker's side of Anuska. Rizzo down low, tried to corral that bouncing pass. He couldn't. Hurtubise will throw it off the boards. Picking it up, Froze, pass over, knocked away. Puck gets up to the blue line, but kept in. Now turned over. It's Freifogel working forward here with the puck. Right side, looking for a shot. That one on goal, and Anuska slightly out of his net will make that save and cover up.
And Anuska's been busy here in the second period, as so far he has faced 13 shots, bringing his total up to 30 so far in the game. So a busy second period here with still 7 minutes left on the clock.
Tied up off the draw, winning it forward. Lewis breaks through the middle there before taking a hit, but able to stay on the ice. Prue, D to Hull. Hull pass up to Clerk. That one just missing him. Will go down the ice, but no icing here. Hurtubise in the corner, dodging a hit, getting away there. Ben Diamond tries to knock this one through. Puck squirts out. Hull working in, can't get the shot off as Alexander was able to break this one up. Puck comes down into the Rockets zone. Prue will clear it off the boards, get it in, and now bounce pass will find its way onto the stick of Cody Clerk. Clerk trying to chip this one past. He can't get it in. And now it's sent back into the neutral zone here for Strathroy. Prue with it. Prue has two Stars right on him here as they try to get the puck away. It comes back to playing call as now Cody Clerk and Lewis having a few words exchanged at center ice. Barrio now at center, just going to poke this one into the corner, giving chase Dintino down low here in the St. Thomas zone. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock here in the second period. Now Dintino throwing a hit against Alexander in the corner. Ref's going to let him skate here as this puck tried to be gloved down by Mucci. Aitken chasing him down, but Burns going to go into the corner and play this one for Strathroy. Barrio throwing a hit now. The body's flying. The physicality really picking up here. Wolter's long shot on. And Micelli with no traffic in his way will glove that one and get the whistle. And now the arm comes up on the official. I didn't quite catch this, but
I think he's going to take two, one from each. It's going to be, it looks like Bryce Lewis and
Aiden Burns as well.
Aiden Burns from both, one from each side possibly, that are going to go to the box. Probably for two for roughing each, as we'll wait to see what he's going to give. We had a cross check for Burns and a roughing for Lewis there, as they're still going to be jarring back and forth. So it'll be 5-on-5 coincidental minors here, as they're still going back and forth, as Vink will go over and tell them both to lessen the chatter and enjoy the hockey from the penalty box.
Hoskins trying to work his way forward into the offensive zone, but Walters picks it up there. Chips that one off the boards, and there to pick it up and bring it back now, Quentin Pepper. Will play 5-on-5 as they take them both, who are still having a conversation between the timekeeper's box over there. Lamoureux spinning to try and get away. Aspro couldn't pick the puck up here. Stars will clear as Marsh will pick it up at center, work into the offensive zone on the right side. Tried to cut to the middle, was knocked off his stick by Kieran Jenny. Now pass comes out front. Carr knocked ahead, chasing this one down, Carson Perry, but he won't beat Walters to the puck. Walters spins in the corner to try and get this one away. Now picking it up down low. Hoskins out front, and Aspro just had that one go right between his legs. Marsh picks the puck up and comes into the offensive zone for the Stars. Knocked off his stick. Carson Perry. Pass to Aspro on the opposite side. Aspro left side works in, cuts to the middle. Pass over. Hoskins. Hoskins can't get a shot off. And Anuska will come out of his net and cover that one up, not risking a scoring chance for the Rockets.
And it's been an interesting period here. It's been a longer one than the first period, that's for sure. As the two in the box, I think, have finally been told enough is enough, as Aiden Burns has sat down to enjoy his view for the 2 minutes here.
Mares for an odd angle, shot thrown on, that one wide of the net, and the net off once again here as Anuska was hard into the post. And he'll put it back on himself this time. 4:37, all that remains here in the second period of play. 2-1 the Rockets lead. All the scoring coming here in the second period of play. Rockets with the early goal from Perry, and then Jenny with the one to give him the 2-1 lead. Vandeven with the power play goal. Now Wood streaking in. He had a good chance on Anuska there, but Anuska able to get the padding away right off the draw. Prue knocked over to Mayers. Mayers will take this one, work into the zone. Pass to Sanders. Sanders backhand. Anuska save. It's in. He got a toe on it, but it beats him in the end. And it's 3-1 Rockets.
And I think he actually flipped it up, and he was able to get a toe on it, like you said. And that's a tough one for Anuska, as he got enough, he got a little bit, but not enough to keep this at 2-1. As it's now a 3-1 goal or game here for the Strathroy Rockets, and that gives your team a little bit of breathing room, but not enough to say, let's take our foot off the gas. Let's keep going, boys, and put another one here.
Third goal of the period for the Rockets is Hall streaking through the middle of the ice, flipped that one into the Strathroy bench.
Yeah, and Burial reaching up and blocking Coach Jason Furlong's face, making a big outfielder's catch as spring training started today for most teams. I think he might be looking to get the attention of maybe a major league team.
Official back over to have another conversation, I believe, with the two in the box.
And now they're both just sitting there laughing.
Poking that one forward, now coming into the offensive zone. Rizzo on the left side. He goes into the corner with Hurtubise. Tries to knock that one away, not cleared. Hull with a big point shot. That one whistled just wide. Kept inside by Prue. Now in the corner, Babenko working to try and get this one away. He escapes danger from Hurtubise. Tries to get it over to Rizzo. Rizzo trying to knock this one away from Johnson. In to help him out there. This one able to be cleared up is now some pushing and shoving as Hurtubise still getting into it. Stars work into the offensive zone. Back behind the net, trying to tip this one away. Alexander's shot. Blocked there. Can't clear. Now Babenko picks the puck up. Babenko back down low for Prue. Prue goes to get it in the corner. Just flipping it up into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck knocked down and sent in by Carr. Hull will go back and get it. 3:15 left on the clock here in the second period of play. Hull pass up to his deep partner in Prue. Prue will take it into the offensive zone himself. Knocked off his stick though. Goes into the corner. Throws a hit to keep it alive. Now Rizzo. Rizzo behind the net. Bounces it off the back of the net. Keeps it alive. Tries to bring it out front. Still has the puck on his stick. Down low. Works it away. Up to the point. Mucci walking shot. That one wide. Picking it up and throwing it off the boards. Getting it up to center, but Freifogel will throw it into the opposite corner. Carr will be the first one to get it there for the Stars. Turns this one over. It's Clerk. Clerk in the corner. Despezial behind the net. He tries to work it out front. Now it's sitting on the back of the net, and the official will take the liberty to blow that one down. With 2.5 minutes to go here in the second period of play.
So it's been a more interesting last 5 minutes here. It's been a little rougher, a little more body thrown, and a few goals here to end this period here.
One up to the point. Freifogel just dumps it into the corner before he gets dished down to the ice. Dentino now, opposite side, tries to come to the middle. Now a long stretch pass. Mucci able to get that one in the way. Quentin Pepper was trying to find himself a breakout pass. Dumped into the corner. Vandeven will go give chase. Dentino. Pass over. Barrio knocks it over. Trying to get it in the corner there. Cody Clerk, but he was knocked away from it. 2 minutes to go here as Dentino picks the puck up. Right corner, walking out. Cycles it down low for Clerk. Clerk trying to chip that one past. Barrio will pick it up. Barrio spins, tries to fire on goal, bouncing puck. Clerk tries to knock that one out of the air after gloving it down. Now he's thrown into the boards behind the net. Poulin with it, going to hand this one up. Pepper dumps it in. He'll be the first one to get the puck in the corner. Trying to spin and get away here. Had Mucci right on him. Pass up, Firth at the blue line, just dumps it back in for the Stars. Behind the net, centering pass, good chance there, but that one wide of the goal. Ben Diamond with a glorious opportunity on a centering pass by Poulin, but gets blown down as the net came off.
And that is not a recording, folks. We have not recorded that and hit play every time. Ben Diamond there, though, after the whistle went, was chatting with his former teammate Zion Micelli and making sure he gives him the gears after getting a little bit of a piece of that one to stop a goal there from his former teammate.
Oh, poking it past the chance here as Hoskins comes in with a Perry shot, scores! Beats Anuska glove side. Hoskins, and it's 4-1 Rockets.
The second time Anuska's gotten the piece, but definitely not enough. Gives the Rockets a 4-1 lead here with 1:20 left in the period. And what a time to continue the onslaught as Hoskins has continued to have a great game here as he has been involved in the play, both ends of the ice, and finally puts one in the net to put it up 4-1 here.
6th of the season for Hoskins, and the Rockets' 4th goal of the period, and it's 4-1. Puck cleared out to center. Alexander goes D-to-D to Hurtubise, who will dump this one into the corner. Jenny back there to get it for Strathroy. Now up to Hoskins. Hoskins to chase this one down. Pokes another one past. Now Hoskins pokes it through. He's got Aspro with him. Tries to backhand that one on. Sitting behind the net, Anuska tried to cover that one up, but it's bounced all the way out to center. Prue will try to settle it down on that bouncing puck. Aspro takes the pass, works back into the Strathroy zone, loses the puck, has to try and battle this one back. It's cleared out, and Hurtubise will dump it in, and it'll be touched up there by Jacob Marsh, and 35.9 seconds left on the clock. We'll have a face-off inside of the neutral zone.
And an interesting, it'll be face-off right here in front of the Rockets bench as we see Wood, Sanders, and Mares come out. And we saw this last period, finish the period off with your top guns on the ice.
Burns passes that one over, working in, shot that one high up. Anuska bouncing puck, and Anuska able to cover it up as he got a piece of it. It went high in the air, and he covers it up in the blue paint.
Tucker Firth also, I think he went from 6'1" to 7 foot there as he jumped into the midair to get a piece of it. I think he was the one that got the original piece, so it didn't go in the back of the net.
Burns at the point, hands it off for Brendan Mares. Mares towards the net, redirected there, but goes off into the corner. Anuska stretching his pads to keep that one alive. Now dumped into the Strathroy zone. It's Burns behind Micelli. Thrown around the boards. Firth, point shot. This one missing wide, glove side. Riley Wood picks it up, redirect, past that one into the offensive zone with Mares chasing. Sanders just outside of the line there with 2.2. He might have been able to get a shot off, but the Rockets go offside.
2.2. It'll be interesting. They don't pull Zion Micelli to get the extra attacker. I've seen it done a few times, but it won't happen here in this period.
Nobody goes for the puck after the draw. The horn will go, and the second period will come to an end with the Rockets finally finding the back of the net, and they do so 4 times in the second period, and will have a 4-1 lead after 2.
Yeah, and that's huge going in. You want to be up going into the third period, and that's exactly what they've done. Zion Micelli didn't face a lot in that period, but he did face 12 shots, bringing his total up to 20. But Matt Anuska, another 17 shots in that period. Like I mentioned in the first, the more chances you get on net, the more likelihood you're going to score, and that's what they did. Another 17 on the board, bringing their total up to 34.
The scoring summary in the second period. Carson Perry got the Rockets on the board 36 seconds in. Daniel Aspro, Liam Hoskins, the assist on that one. Then it was the Stars bouncing back on the power play with Caleb Vandevens first in the GOJHL. Ben Diamond and Bryce Lewis, the assists on that one. And then Kieran Jenny, an unassisted goal, streaking in and beating Anuska, his second of the season. Sanders was next for the Rockets with Mares and Prue on the assist there. And then Liam Hoskins picking up his 6th of the season for Strathroy with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the period. And the Rockets will lead 4-1 heading to the third.
And we'll see what they can do as each time these two teams play. It's been a very interesting third period. Either it's a rough and tough or it's an onslaught of goals. And both you and I have seen both of that in the games we've covered against these two teams.
So the Rockets lead 4-1 after 2 periods of play. Third period coming up here from Strathroy. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break for the intermission. You're watching Strathroy Rockets hockey on Hockey TV and listening live on YouTube.
You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey.
One shot, that one scores! What a shot from Wood! It scores and then scores! Cody Clark ties the game with 22.7 to go! He tries to work his way towards it. It finds his shot, scores! Across and his shot, scores! And that one goes wide. Gates out front, scores!
Welcome back inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center. 2 periods, 40 minutes complete here in Strathroy, and the Rockets find the back of the net 4 times in the second period of play and find themselves leading by a score of 4-1. Goals in that second period coming aplenty, especially for the Rockets, who finally found a way to beat Matt Hisocx. But Matt, they didn't necessarily beat him pretty any of those times.
I would say probably 3 out of the 4 goals weren't pretty, and I'd say all 4, because all 4 either Hisocx got enough of or they shouldn't have gone in. The one went off the back of the glass and came straight out and hit him in the foot. And you and I are sitting up here not even knowing who scored it. So that's a bad one. The other 2, when you get enough of it, you hate those goals because they slip past you and they're heartbreakers. And the other one, you can't do much when it goes up in the air and you get enough of it with your toe and it just flops over. Tough goals for Hisocx, but as the Rockets, you take them as leaps and bounds for the success and hope that you can keep doing this going into playoffs.
So the Rockets leading 4-1 after 2 periods complete, on the third period coming up here. The out-of-town scoreboard, the London Nationals were able to come back and beat the Chatham Maroons by a final score of 3-2 over at the Western Fair in London. And over at the Wellness Center in Kamoka, the Kings have themselves a 4-2 lead over the Leamington Flyers. So they're looking to try and kind of upset Leamington to finish off their season. Although I'm sure the Flyers aren't necessarily playing all their best players in that game, having already clinched their number 2 seed in the Western Conference. But for the Kings, a big confidence boost if they can come away with the win there. Although, if the Rockets can hold on to this 4-1 lead here in Strathroy, it won't mean a thing for the Kings, and they will be playing the Leamington Flyers in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and you say it might not mean a thing, but just because they scratch half their roster doesn't mean that it won't give the Kings enough boost to think, hey, we can beat these guys, and we beat them. We didn't beat them by just 1. We beat them pretty well with a 4-2 win, and you hope that you use that going into playoffs if you're the Kings.
And we talked to our good friend Dylan Baker, who does the play-by-play for the Kings. He said it about 2 weeks ago that he would actually rather face the Flyers in the first round of the playoffs. He felt like they've played them the best out of the 3 possible teams they could have played.
And no one wants to play London. Let's put it that way.
Puck down, and we're underway for the third period. Rockets looking to try and get this one out through center. D to D, and now Prue chipping it up to Carson Perry. Perry onto the stick of Aspro, and now Aspro chipping that one past as he goes into the corner. Hoskins now taking a hit, trying to work this one away. Aspro still tied up against the glass there, and finally will be able to get out there, and it's sent down the ice and blown down. Not quite sure why.
Looks like they were going to call a delayed offside on it, but it looked like the Rockets had cleared the zone, though. But either way, it'll be a face-off just to our slight right here outside the Rockets zone with 22 seconds off the clock.
Alexander steps in from center, throws that one in, but it hits off his own man on the zone entry attempt. Now Froese takes it. This one off the skates. It'll be picked up by Hoskins. Hoskins will wheel forward on the left side. Pass to Perry. Perry, and then a shot on goal there by Hurtubise on his own goal. It hit off the side of the net. Down low, trying to clear. This one off the boards. Glove down by Hall. And Hall will take the chance to throw that one into the corner. Hurtubise got that one with his glove. Now thrown around. Hoskins keeps it inside. Hoskins passed that one in the air. Couldn't find the stick of Carson Perry. Now taking that one, flipping it up through the rafters, and finally hitting one of the rafters above the ice here. And it will be blown down there. Wyachek will get himself a line change, which is, I'm sure, is what he wanted.
Wasn't it Freifogel who made the puck disappear earlier? So now he's trying to make the puck disappear into the rafters. Either way, it'll be a face-off to Hisocx's left here.
One back, Freifogel at the point will walk into the corner with it. Now he has a chance, walks to the goal, gets a shot on with the backhand, but Anuska going to cover that one up, and we'll have to redo the face-off off to his left.
Kind of an easy play for Anuska on that one. The big 6'3" goalie up against the post with his leg out. You got to beat him really well and get him wide if you're going to try on that shot.
Right off the draw, cleared down the length of the ice. No icing here. Micelli thought that he was going to get called and plays it himself. Back behind the net, Freifogel will pick it up here and get set to work up ice for the Rockets. On his forehand, makes a couple dekes and passes that one off the boards. Now tipped into the zone. Long stretch pass, finds Poulin. Poulin on the right side. Looking shot, that one gloved down as Micelli makes the save. And now some pushes into the boards there. Both officials have their arm up here, but it's going to draw a crowd into the corner off to the left of Micelli.
And either way, you just saw Kale Vandervan look back at the ref. He's the only one standing out here by the red line, or by the blue line. So that'll automatically mean the faceoff will come outside the zone, but we'll see what the referees are going to call. I think St. Thomas will get the extra one for the few punches there, but we'll see. We should see 5 on 5 here.
We'll see. It's Babenko and Jenny heading off to the box for Strathroy, and Jess Poulin going for the Stars. So St. Thomas might get themselves a power play out of this.
Yeah, and they are, and that's kind of a shocker compared to, or considering that they were not the instigator on that one, as St. Thomas was the instigator on that. And like I mentioned, the face-off will come right in front of us here, and it will the St. Thomas Stars will go on the power play.
So now the officials having to try and explain to the linesman and the other officials that the face-off will come outside. Everyone, including the linesman, was set up in the corner.
Yeah, and it was actually the back linesman here that made the call on that. So, of course, this linesman that was in there trying to split everything up won't see that.
Burns trying to clear here for the Rockets. Gets it up to Aspro. Aspro to center. Streaks in. Gets past Van de Ven. Now comes in. Knocked off the puck there. It's Lamoureux with it. Lamoureux looking for a pass, finds Van de Ven. He had the power play goal for the Stars. Their only goal of the game so far. Lamoureux in, but offside as it was blown down by the far linesman. 17 seconds in to the Stars' power play.
And the Stars, it was Jenny and Babenko 2 minutes each for roughing, and Colby Poulin 2 minutes for roughing on that one. So that's why the Rockets are down here a player with 18 minutes left in the period.
Picking up from their own zone and getting set to come up ice. It's Firth handing off to Van de Ven, who steps inside the zone. Now shot thrown on. This one redirected. Back behind the net, picked up. Marsh goes over, and then Sanders there to try and chip this one past. Mucci tried to poke that one up to Aspro, but the Stars will take advantage and bring this one into the zone. Pepper in the corner. Has it on his forehand, comes up to the point. Van de Ven across to Firth. Firth off the boards, and then Marsh. This one tipped through, and Aspro would have been away at the races, but that one goes into his own bench. And the Rockets with 1:06 left on the penalty kill.
And they do get a little break here as the puck or face-off is back to where everything started here at center ice. As the puck was off a St. Thomas Stars player, as we see Diamond, Reck, and Colby Lewis out here for the playoffs on the offense.
Clark takes it for Strathroy, intercepting that puck and working forward. Now he's taken into the boards there. Quick to get back up, though, and the Stars set up behind their net and get ready to work on the final 45 seconds of this power play. Herby's long pass tipped in by Diamond over top of Micelli. He's going to redirect that one. Sitting on the back of the net now, Freifogel trying to get it away. He's tied up with Wyachek. Back behind the net. Battle continues. Squirts out Alexander. Alexander takes a hit from Clark. Rimmed around the boards. Barrio to chase against this one. Wyachek provides the body, and Hurtubise picks it up, works into the corner. Now back behind the net. Pass up. Alexander poked off his stick. Prue will take it, and the Rockets have a shorthanded 3-on-1. Prue with it. Forehand. Clark looking shot. Blocked. Can't get it out. Wyachek, and finally he works it up. It's going to be Lewis working forward with Diamond. Lewis looking past. That one knocked off his stick. Barrio with it will backhand it down into the Star zone. The Rockets will kill off the penalty, and we're back to even strength.
Great penalty kill for the Rockets here as we're back to 5-on-5.
Looking past Can't get it to the net here. That one was knocked away. Would have been a good chance for Hibbert. Spezial tries to clear. Walking in from the corner now, down low. Trying to rub him off the puck. Hibbert waiting. Gets this puck over. Bounces out front. And Micelli quick to realize and will cover that one up. Just short of 4 minutes into this third period.
And we'll see the two Coincidental Miners empty their respective boxes. And everybody's back to full strength here, including the benches, as the faceoff is to our right here in the Rocket zone.
Trying to work it out here, Hull. Long slap pass onto the stick of Riley Wood. Wood into the offensive zone, knocked off his stick. Goes into the corner to pick it up, but Van de Ven going to win this one. Sanders now trying to get this one as well. Rimmed up to the hash marks. Wood trying to battle and get this one through. He waits just outside. Puck pinned in the corner as the Rockets try to trap this one inside of the Stars zone. Able to clear as Hibbert bounces that one through, entering the zone here. Johnson in the corner. Pass out front. Can't get a shot off. Picking it up, Sanders will work for it for Strathroy. Gets to center, dumps this one in. Goes to the opposite side. Riley Wood in on the pressure that one through, but it comes all the way back up to center where Freifogel will throw a high one in over top of the goal. D to D now. Firth, pass up to Johnson. Johnson stripped of the puck there as picking it up was Brendan Mayers. Mayers now pass over to Freifogel. They'll just take their time and bring this one back into the Strathroy zone. Mayers now up through center with it. Mayers on the right side. Now he cuts to the middle. Mayers looking slot. That one thrown on goal. He scores. Beats Anuska glove side. Brendan Mayers streaking through the middle. And just over 5 minutes into the third, the Rockets extend their lead 5-1.
And Mayers has had himself a few chances here tonight, both offensively and made a big difference defensively tonight. So that's definitely a well-rewarded goal for Brendan Mayers as he puts him up 4 goals here with a second under 15 minutes. And that's a huge goal. I talked about breathing room earlier, but now this is getting into the stretch time.
Knocked off the stick of Barrio. Froze tried to work in there for the Stars. Now Clark stripped of the puck. Might have been a good opportunity there, but couldn't get it through, and hard into the net there was Cody Clark knocking it off. So the faceoff will be inside of the Strathroy zone with Clark knocking the net off.
And he didn't just knock it off. He took it off both pegs there and up against the Zamboni door behind Zion Micelli.
For Brendan Mayers, chalk it up as number 27 on the season. Shot thrown on goal there by Pepper. Stopped easily by Zion Micelli. As mentioned for Mayers, 27 on the season now. Behind the net, Hall will pick it up for Strathroy. Going to rim this one around the boards. Dintino there to chip this one past, get it up to the blue line and out. Clark throwing the hit. Dintino picks it up through center, dumps it into the corner. Hurtubise now to pick it up. He throws this one over. Alexander. Long pass, this one just out of the reach and going to be chipped up to center. Bouncing puck. Lamoureux into the zone, looking shot. That one stopped by Micelli. Rebound comes out, but it's scooped up by Prue. Now the Rockets try to clear, but it's kept inside the zone. Lamoureux behind the net on his forehand. Pass out. This one knocked away. Dintino will go give chase, and Dintino will enter the zone on the left side. Stops up. Tries to get a move to get that one past. Now back out front. Clerk tried to knock that one through. It's Barrio. Back to Clerk. Clerk thrown on goal. Stopped by Anuska, and he's going to cover up there with the net coming off in the process.
And we do have a final over at the Kamoka Wellness Center. 4-3 final for the Kamoka Kings, as the Flyers were able to get one late in the game with 17:36 gone in the third, but they weren't able to get the fourth goal, and the Kamoka Kings will take the victory in this game. So the Rockets now need to batten down the hatches and hold on to this lead.
Aspro down low. Hoskins behind the net trying to play this one for the Rockets. Escaping danger, getting this one through, but Aspro got his stick in the way and kept it inside the blue line. Not for long as Hibbert works it up. Darius Manny poking that one past Burns. Burns with a return pass. It's Hoskins at center, losing this one. Carr in on the skates there and working forward. Hibbert, good passes. He gets it over to Johnson. Shot on, and Micelli right there to make the save, but this will draw a crowd. There's a little bit of a late poke there from Manny coming in there. And the Rockets will take exception to that here.
And if you're the Kings, especially General Manager Kent standing on the bench, you're going to your guys, don't do anything stupid. You got the St. Mary's Lincoln's coming up, and you can't be suspended for any games. They're already down Jonathan Kilby for the first one. You don't want to be down anymore.
Hoskins streaking forward with Perry. They get into the offensive zone. Long shot thrown on, but that one missing and banging off the end boards. Aspro into the corner for Perry. Perry back to Aspro, and then Aspro to Hoskins down low. He's battling to try and get away, but lost the puck, and it'll be cleared up to center. Bouncing puck, Freifogel. Over to Kiernan Jenny. Hoskins now enters the zone, gives it off to Perry, but it'll be cleared back by the Stars. Poulin, good pass forward, and now the Stars work in on man rush. Good pass over, just out of the reach of Ben Diamond, who lost it in the corner. Aspro picks it up for Strathroy, gets to center, and now will work into the offensive zone on the left side. Knocked off his stick. Hoskins with it at the blue line. Had to wait for Carson Perry to get back out. Prue, long shot thrown in on Anuska, and he's going to cover up. Arm of the official was up here. A slashing call on the way, and this one against the Stars will send the Rockets to the power play. 12:37 remaining.
And it's going to be Colby Poulin going to the box, as he'll sit for 2 or less here with, like you said, 12:37 and a 5-1 victory. You'll see as Aspro, Sanders, and it looks like Brendan Mares are back out there. Sorry, it's Riley Wood.
Just outside of the line, Hull will have to retreat for Strathroy. Pass over to Riley Wood, who will break in on the left side, offensive zone. Down low in the corner, Sanders up to Wood, and now Wood lets this one go all the way up to the point for Hull. Hull back to Wood, left side. Battle continues, now losing this puck. It'll be picked up, and Alexander will walk forward with Wyachek. 2-on-1 short-handed. Good pass, finds him over, works through, and he couldn't get the shot off. Lost it on the forehand. Still inside of the Strathroy zone. Wyachek pokes it off and then ties up a man in the corner. And Aspro, 40 seconds ticked off the Rockets' power play. It will be Hull coming up through center. Hull into the offensive zone. Gets to the slot, thrown on goal. That one blocked. Goes off to the side. Mares tries to keep it alive. It's Aspro spinning, throwing this one off the skates. And now he spins to get away there. Tying that one up. Lamoureux will pick it up. Come back behind his own goal inside the St. Thomas end. Leaves that one for Firth. Firth getting away from Aspro, looking for a long pass, throwing this one in on Micelli, who will glove that one and cover up, and the Rockets will have a face-off inside their own zone with 50 seconds left on the power play.
And the shortstop there reaching out and making that save in Zion Micelli as he reached good, probably foot outside the crease, just to snag that one out of midair and cover it on the ice to put his team 50 seconds left in the power play here.
Picking it up, Barrio, inside of his own zone. Passes that one across the blue line, picked up by Freifogel, who gets to center and elects to dump this one in. Anuska, who's out of his net to play it, plays it off to the side. Bouncing puck off of Barrio, and it's Van de Ven for the Stars, stopping and coming back into his own zone. Van de Ven sends this one lengthwise, way over top, and Micelli going to play this one back behind the net. Freifogel picks it up and gets past Diamond. Now he works into the offensive zone. Freifogel leaves this one for Clerk, and it gets past him. Kept inside the blue line slightly before Ben Diamond will take that and send it into the Strathroy zone. 5 seconds left here on the man advantage. Carson Perry, one last chance to work in here. Perry wide into the corner, rubbed off the puck by Firth. Back to even strength now. Tied up against the boards behind the St. Thomas net. Lamoureux coming in and throwing a hit against Carson Perry. Barrio waiting just outside to see where the puck comes through. Now rubbing out a man. Perry, refs letting him go. Van de Ven picks it up and gets through. Dentino off for a change. Van de Ven spins in his own zone. Now comes back out front of the net for St. Thomas. The young D-man works into the offensive zone. Wide on the left side, cuts through. That one stopped by Micelli. Good offensive move there by Van de Ven, but he was stopped by the Rockets netminder. Now Freifogel trying to poke this one back. Losing it. Alexander. Long pass, that one missing Walters. Man, he tried to knock it away there. It's Burns clearing this one up into the skates of Spezial. Touched up there. Rockets want an offside on that one. They're not going to get it. Spezial leaving it for Rizzo in his own zone. Long pass tipped in there by Babenko. Now he'll give chase. 9:37. All that remains here in the third period. Rockets leading by a score of 5-1. Johnson knocked off the puck there as Burns stands him up, and then he's going to touch up there. An offside call against Johnson and the Stars with 9.5 left here in the third.
And we've heard, even from here with the bench right below us, all the coaching staff yelling at their players to get out of stuff as things are getting a little more rough, as the St. Thomas Stars have nothing to lose here with 9.5 left in their season.
Shot thrown on there by Wyachek, stopped by Micelli. Off onto the corner at the hash marks here. Now Wyachek tied up there. Gets up to the point. Hurtubise, long shot, that one blocked. Comes out the opposite way, trying to poke that one past. Babenko, good move to get past. He works forward into the offensive zone. Spezial, and they're going to be blown down there on offside as they were just ahead of the puck there.
And this is a big game. As much as Zion Micelli has only faced 20 shots up until the start of this period, it's a big game for him. He has only, like you mentioned in the pregame, 2 games in the last 10. So you want to make sure he gets enough action before playoffs. And after this game, he might be your starter heading into St. Mary's this weekend.
Hall will go back and get it in the Strathroy zone and set it behind the net here. It's Aspro giving it back to Hall. His pass now up onto the stick of Prue. Prue off the boards and just past Hoskins, but it also gets past Carr into the Star zone. From the corner up to Froze. Froze over to Firth. Firth out front of his own bench, and then a long shot thrown in on Micelli, who will glove that one easily and elect to just get the whistle and the face-off inside of the Strathroy zone.
The more of the whistles, the less chance that someone could be thrown into the corner on a bad hit by somebody. So Zion Micelli is just going to let the team reset and keep things clean as long as he can.
Flipped up in the air, bouncing puck. Hoskins tries to poke that one off the stick of Carr. Uses his muscle and works that one forward. It's Pepper to Lamoureux. Lamoureux back to Pepper on goal, and Micelli right there to make the save. Covering up once again, making sure to get the whistle whenever he can.
8:30. This last 8 minutes is going to be the last for the St. Thomas Stars in the season. And it's not like they have any retirees this year, so yes, it's painful, but it's not going to be as painful as what it would be for the seniors.
Out front to Pepper, inside of the zone, stripped off the puck. Perry, pass to Hoskins, and Hoskins working forward with him. Good pass over to Aspro in the corner. Aspro rubbed off the puck, gets it away. Picking this one up, Lamoureux, his pass missing everyone. Freifogel now, just going to chip this one into the zone. Hoskins on Van de Ven, who will play this one off the glass. Bouncing puck into the skates there of Pepper, who spins, gets away from danger, and looks for this one up to Van de Ven. Lamoureux as well. Lamoureux steps inside the zone. Pass, Van de Ven. Van de Ven knocked off the puck slightly as he takes a big hit from Aspro, and now 3-on-1 for the Rockets forward. Hoskins wide on the left side, looking shot. That one stopped by Anuska. Late poke there by Mayers, and it'll be covered up there by the Stars netminder. 7:38 left here in the third.
And you see everyone's going to get work here in this last 7:38 as the line shifts, or the shifts are going to be a lot shorter. Keep everyone fresh and make sure everyone gets as much work as they possibly can in all different situations here going into playoffs.
Rimmed around the boards, it gets out to center for Burns, who will just take it to knock that one back in. Riley Wood hard on the forecheck here. Lewis to Diamond, and now Diamond forward, knocking that one past Burns into the corner, giving chase. Out front, no one there for the Stars. It's Riley Wood with it. Wood working through the middle of the ice across the logo and then dumping that one in as soon as he gets to center. Rimmed around the boards. Mayer's in to try and help out, but this one's picked up. Colby Poulin. Long pass up. Looking through. This one just knocked away. Good defensive play. Mucci to knock that one away from Lewis. Wood coming through the middle. A little bit of a slash there, but he's able to get it up to Sanders. Now Sanders, offensive zone chance. This puck bouncing around. Up to the point. Point shot thrown on Anuska right there to make the save. Up high there as he had to do a little bit of a hop to get up and get that one.
Even for the 6'3" goalie, the hop still puts it right into his chest for him, as it's better to take it in the chest than it is the upper shoulder and maybe catch an area that's not fully covered by padding. As we see Cody Clark's line come over the boards here for the face-off to Anuska's left.
In the corner, this one comes out to the middle. Manny pass up, that one to Firth, and Firth going to dump this one in right on Micelli, who will take that one and cover it up. So another whistle, this time on the opposite side of the ice, and the place is really slowed down here in the second half of this third period of play.
And yes, not only just the pace, the fans' energy level as everyone can see a victory on the horizon here.
Van de Ven knocking that one up, but Barrio pushing it past for Strathroy. Pass over to Dintino is off his stick and in to the Strathroy zone. Hall D to Prue, and now Prue's pass through the legs of Clerk down the ice. No icing colors. The linesman's waving that one off. Anuska's pass, this one intercepted, but there Johnson will pick it up back again. Johnson comes forward with Hibbert on his right. Loses the puck off into the corner. Able to regain it, get it back up, and now Manny dumps it down low. Prue will go off into the corner for Hall. Hall just trying to poke that one past. Johnson going to win the battle. Now Johnson goes down low. He's taken into the boards. Arm comes up there. Penalty coming on the way to Strathroy. Van de Ven looking shot. That one stopped by Micelli. Rebound, another one thrown on goal. Stopped again, and finally will be touched up here. See what the call is. A boarding. A little bit of a weak call in my opinion, but nonetheless the Stars will get a power play chance with 5:43 remaining here in the third.
In my opinion, I agree with you. It's a weak call, but it's going to be a 5 in a game. Or sorry, a 2 and a 10. I apologize. So a 2 and a 10 for a boarding, and I think this is just the ref trying to keep control of the game and not let it get too far out of hand here in the 5:40 left in this game.
Saw a similar situation last night in St. Mary's, a 2 and a 10 for boarding, where it wasn't necessarily a dirty hit, just the length away from the boards and the location of the hit causing that one. So the Rockets will have to kill off a penalty here. Asper on Van de Ven. He's able to knock that one away from the Stars rookie, and they'll have to retreat back into their own zone. Long pass gets this one up to Froze. Froze will come forward for the Stars into the offensive zone. Looking for a pass left side over to Firth. Firth up to the point. This one gets through. Pad save Micelli. Sanders now in the corner. Backhands this one. Firth keeps it in at the blue line. Now walking through. Long shot thrown on. Micelli save, and he gets the save on the rebound as well, getting the pad in the way. Pass over to Van de Ven at the point. He goes down low to Froze. Froze into the middle. One-time shot. That one blocked. With it, Sanders, and Sanders will come through to center, dump that one in, and go off for a change. A minute killed off on the penalty kill for Strathroy.
And already a minute killed off, and we've seen 3 or 4 block shots by the Rockets penalty kill here as the St. Thomas Stars take their time coming into their own zone.
Working into the zone here and setting up on the left side, looking for a pass. That one tipped. Glove down by Burns, but he can't clear just yet. Tries to, off to the side now. Down low. Marsh hands this one off. Gets the return pass. Backhands that one over top of Micelli. Good scoring opportunity, but Van de Ven now long point shot. That one high off the glass and out of play, and I believe that faceoff will come outside.
4 minutes here of this period. Seems to be dragging here for both teams as they both want this game to probably finish and not get out of hand. But either way, 4 minutes left here, 25 seconds left on the penalty.
Rockets win it back. Burns will take that one and send it length of the ice. 18 seconds left here on the penalty being served by Jordan Dintino. Hurtubise from his own zone. Hands off to Alexander, just out of his reach. Prue with it will send it right back where it came from, and that'll do it for the penalty. Dintino onto the ice here for Strathroy, and back to even strength. 3:42 left in the third. Rockets holding on to that 5-1 lead. Trying to clinch the 6th place finish in a meeting with the St. Mary's Lincolns in round 1. Into the corner now, working out front. Good chance. That one kicked aside by Micelli. Now working forward. Babenko over to Rizzo. Rizzo with Spezial into the offensive zone. Pass over. Spezial. Chance. And Anuska gets across. And he shuts the door, making the save.
Great save there by Anuska as he sprawled out, trying to make that one as he was fully stretched before closing the wickets and not allowing anything between the legs to leave the score at a 4-goal deficit for his team here in the dying minutes of the period.
Lewis will pick the puck up and come forward, getting to center and then dumping that one in, but hitting off the linesman on its way in. Pinned against the boards now. Picked up by Babenko as he comes forward. Babenko in, dodging a hit, works on the right side. Good move to cut through, and he couldn't get a shot off there. Is picked up by Firth. And now Firth comes through center. Long shot on Micelli, who not taking any chances on the rebound. Will cover that one up straight away. 2:53 left here in the third period of play, and with the Rockets looking like they're going to skate to the victory here 5-1. We look ahead to the playoffs and what will be a meeting with the St. Mary's Lincolns, and expected to start next Friday night in St. Mary's, and Game 2 will go Saturday night here in Strathroy. In the corner now, Jenny, backhand off the glass up to center, through the legs of Brendan Mayers and into the St. Thomas zone before it's sent all the way back down into Strathroy territory. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third period of play and in the regular season. Long pass tipped in by Wood. Rockets will go chase inside of the St. Thomas zone. This one going to be flipped right back up. Just playing catch now between the D. Carr trying to force that one forward. It's Mucci getting to center and dumping that one in. It's going to rim all the way around the boards to Johnson on the opposite side. Mayer's trying to chip that one past. He's got Wood in the corner with him. Now Wood. Pinned up against the wall by Johnson. He's trying to escape danger. He does. Wood with the puck now. Spinning, getting away. Cuts two, and then finally poked off his stick down low. Still keeping it alive. Good move by Wood. Looking shot. That one blocked by Carr out front. 1:50 left here in the third. Stars will just take this one, flip it up and down the ice. Bouncing puck will not go as an icing. Mucci over to Burns on the opposite side. Burns up to Hoskins at center. Just tipped off his stick. Couldn't get that pass under control. Stars in their own zone up to Hurtubise now. Hurtubise just getting to center and throwing that one on Micelli, who will glove it down. Elect to keep it alive. Thought about covering it, but now it's going to be thrown down the ice by Burns. Alexander will give chase. Alexander over to Hurtubise once again to center, and then using that long stick to dump it in on a backhand. Prue behind his own net, now throwing it off the glass. Bouncing puck down the ice. No icing against the Rockets. Anuska out of his net to play it. Reverses that puck, and now the Stars come up ice. It's Wyachek as we enter the final minute of play. Good move by Wyachek, but he just couldn't beat the stick. Now he has a chance out front as that clearing attempt was off the skates. Over to the opposite hash marks there. Aspro takes a hit, but able to get the puck away. Perry back to Prue, and Prue across to Jenny. 40 seconds remain here in the third. Rockets in their own zone, electing to slowly work this one out. It's back to Prue. Prue, long pass. That one missing. Hoskins will go down, and they will call that one an icing with 31.1 remaining here in the third period.
There's been a few times where it looks like it was going to be icing, but the refs or the linesmen decided to wave it off to continue the clock and not allow anything to happen, I would assume, as we are down to the last 30 seconds here in the St. Thomas Stars season and the regular season for these Rockets.
Chance right off the draw. Hoskins will pick it up for Strathroy. Get to the red line and then dump that one off to the right side of Anuska. Back behind the net. Aspro centers that one. Anuska thought about covering it. Elected to keep the play alive. It's down in the Strathroy zone. Jenny played that one with the glove. Spinning to avoid danger. Taking the hit, getting it up to the blue line. Down low. Walking. Marsh looking to try and center this one. Perry will get it away, and he'll hold on to this puck as time will expire, and the Rockets will hold on to win this one by a final score of 5-1, and will end the regular season on a winning note.
And the Rockets, with the 2 points tonight, mean they will take on the St. Mary's Lincolns next Friday night in St. Mary's to start their playoffs, as it was a good victory to end, I want to say, an unwinnable streak as they tied these same Stars on Monday, but weren't able to get a victory in the last few games here.
So the Rockets hold on to win this one as they salute the home crowd after the big win. 5-1, the final score. Strathroy over St. Thomas to finish off the 2019-2020 regular season, and the Rockets will finish this season at 18 19 now, 26-3-2. Much improved over last year, and they have a very much anticipated first-round meeting with the St. Mary's Lincolns coming up, as you mentioned, starting next week. The unofficial first game for that one will go Friday night in St. Mary's, with Game 2 Saturday night here in Strathroy.
Yeah, and just looking at the final stats here, the Strathroy Rockets definitely took their foot off the pedal with a 5-1 lead, as they only mustered 8 shots on Matt Hisocx in this game, but the St. Thomas Stars came alive and mustered 16 on Zion Micelli. So Micelli definitely was able to close down the fort and keep the score at a 5-1 victory for the Strathroy Rockets.
So the Rockets hold on to win this one, a final score of 5-1 over the Stars. And for Strathroy, it's going to be a first-round matchup with the St. Mary's Lincolns come next week. For Matt Hisocx, Noah Smith, and the Rockets organization, we thank you for watching with us on Hockey TV and listening with us live on YouTube tonight, and we hope to see you Friday night in St. Mary's.